Hey guys, I'm back. Listen up. So today I want to talk about being healed and delivered. I say that a lot in my videos and I talk about how I'm healed and how I'm delivered. So today I want to give you an idea of what that is. Hopefully get you thinking about what's in your heart and in your soul and get you on a path to where you're healing and you are delivered. Now, healing and deliverance are two separate things, okay? But they go hand in hand. All right. So, for one, when I talk about being healed, I'm talking about you are no longer operating your life from a broken place. You are no longer allowing those broken pieces of you to make choices for you. Even sometimes set up rules in your life that you abide by because you've been hurt in the past by this thing or that thing, and now you have to put up these rules that you call standards when actually they're coping mechanisms. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. And this one right here is absolutely a silly one. Absolutely silly. So what happens is I run into people a lot and then they ask me all the time what my zodiac sign is. And I'm like, what does that matter? But at any rate, I've heard this and I know you've heard it too. Geminis, I will never date another Gemini. Absolutely not. Nope. I ain't having it. Nope. And people will even go as far as to get your zodiac sign first. And then be like, nope, you stay away from me because you a Gemini. I know y'all. Y'all two-faced. Y'all this, y'all that, y'all this. You are operating your life from a broken place. I had another young lady tell me, you know what? I'm done dating. I don't want a man. I don't want to see a man. Man can't do nothing for me. I can't do for myself. Why is that? Because I'm done. These men out here ain't nothing. So you decided to just be alone? Yeah, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. Operating your life from a broken place. I'm going to even use myself as an example. Okay? I dealt with abandonment and rejection and feeling unloved, right? I told y'all that story in a couple videos ago. Well, when I dealt with the abandonment and the rejection, as I became older, I began to abandon and reject other people first before they had a chance to do it to me. And I kind of lived by that. You know, I kind of was like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to get you before you get me. I had to get you before you give me mentality on pretty much everything because I didn't want to feel that hurt and pain of abandonment, rejection, and feeling unloved. So I want you to think about your rules you have in place for yourself that you're calling a standard when actually it's a coping mechanism. It's something you have put in place to help you cope. Now, the Word of God says you got to guard your heart, and I get that. But you guard your heart with boundaries and not rules. Because you're liable to break your rule anyway and suffer even more damage after that. So when I talk about being healed, I no longer operated as an 8-year-old little girl when I was 30 because I had to face that trauma. So let's talk about delivered. So when we talk about delivered, we're talking about God literally opening your eyes and delivering unto you a new you. Delivering unto you new options, new perspective, new opportunities, just making everything new in your life. Period. And so you get to do it differently. Let me tell you something. A person that dealt with abandonment, I felt unworthy. I felt unloved. I felt like I wasn't good enough, guys, for many, many years. So I would never have thought that I would be a life coach, a minister, a motivational speaker. That was the furthest from my mind. But when I got healed and delivered, other options to me. When it says God makes all things new, He really does. He makes them all new. And you have the opportunity to think about the rules that you've set up in your life that keeps people at a distance, that keeps people out of your life, that keeps you running from this situation and running from that circumstance because you just don't want to feel the pain that you felt in the past. The medical community like to call it triggered. What triggers you? From your trauma. What triggers you? Because I guarantee that rule that you set up, again, calling it a standard, when it's actually a coping mechanism to get you through any situation or circumstance or relationship. So Nevermore presents, and what I'm about is deliverance, healing, and purpose. Because when you're walking in your purpose, you're walking in power. And that's the third thing that happens, right? So when you get healed, there's a deliverance. God delivers these other options to you, delivers you from it all, right? Delivers you from what you thought you could have done. And then now he's opened up new options for you. Next, what comes is purpose. You get purpose in life. You get to know the reason you were born. But we got to get healed. We can no longer live in the past on what has hurt us. Okay? Because coping, listen to me carefully, coping gets you by, but healed, it gets you away. I hope I'm able to bless somebody today. I hope I'm able to speak into somebody's life to understand that you can do it differently. Okay? And that you're not alone. And that you don't have to live your life in this box. Because as you live your life in this box, God is crammed in that box with you. And the only way he comes out of the box is if you take him out and you come out too. I hope I was able to bless somebody. Until next time, I am loving you all.